Vlog practice day 2. Feel like Star Trek, like Stardate 987.
You know what else is kooky is the fact that our attention spans are getting so short. We like a YouTube video. Was that Dr. Phil?
Son of a bitch.
And then you should. This for a couple hours now. It's freezing. I started way over there. Now I'm here. Kind of walked the roof once with these guys that are interested in buying this building. Funny, one of them I knew. It's just with the wind. Oh my God, it's killing me. I gotta hurry up and get this done. Looks like that weather's coming in. I think we're supposed to get a decent amount of snow. It's time to get off the roof, but I wanted to show you how unfun it is to do so. You gotta ignore stress. I don't know why this is stressful in sharing this type of stuff when literally I have to like climb up stuff like this. And there's like a ton of grease on the roof because it's this part of the roof is above a restaurant, and whoever was working on the stuff down there got grease all over their shoes. So now this ladder is like covered in grease. Oh, I made it down. Started from way up there. And look, you can see the grease all over my hands. Testing the new little microphone I got. It is the Sarmonic Mini TRS. I put the dead cat on it even though I'm inside. I gotta check the audio levels because they seem to keep hitting the red quite a bit. I don't know how that's gonna sound. Hopefully it sounds good. That is pointing away from me. And this is pointing at me again. I think the levels are too high. It is crap weather out. I mean, look at the roads. The fast lane is literally coated in about an inch and a half of like this soupy, wet, ultra icy snow, and the slow lane is still coated in whatever, an icy condition. But these guys up here just pass me. This person in a car, not all-wheel drive, passes me. I'm going 45, 50 miles an hour, so they must have been doing normal speed, 60 miles an hour. And then this truck, this truck pulls out right behind them. I mean, a car length behind them. If that person skid out, that guy in his truck and his plow would have smashed into not only them, but also the people just to the right of them. Oh, I'm so out of breath. I just had to use this to tug of war the four-wheeler out because the battery's dead in it. I charge it and I trickle charge it. It's just gone. There's something wrong with it. Now I got to drive from my driveway through my front yard down to the plow or the four-wheeler, so I can jump start it with my truck so that I can plow the driveway. Number one, I'm not complaining. 30-day challenge, no complaining, day one. It's just, you know, not complaining, but I'm about to complain. It's such a pain in the neck, and I get in my own way all the time. I've known about this battery. I had this battery all last year and all this year. And I know that I'm going to have to jump start it and do all this stuff. Well, before I had those portable jumpers, so I would just keep those charged and go plug this thing in. Like, you didn't have to do what I'm doing right now, which is literally driving through my front yard to go charge this thing. I knew about all this, and I could have literally, I don't even have to go get it. I can order it on Amazon and never have to deal with this and just have a good battery in the four-wheeler for an entire season. Even if it was like a couple $100, it's completely worth not wasting my time doing this You think I would do it, but no. Always the hard way. If any of you saw, that's my workout machine. I found that for free on the side of the road, and thought that, you know, it would get me to exercise. It was exercise getting it home and putting it in the basement and then moving it outside where it hasn't been used, and now I have to bring it somewhere. I don't know, I wonder if it still works. Maybe I'll just leave it there and actually, like, you know, while I'm doing yard work, you stop and you do some flies and squats. Anyway, time to get this thing running. God damn it. I am so, right now, I'm annoyed with myself. Whew. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I want to do this. Accountability. I don't know. I think like I've done, like, been so lazy. I got life so goddamn easy for the most part. You know, I mean, I got a job and I pay for my own stuff. It's not like I get handouts or anything. I've always worked pretty hard. I think no matter how hard you work, I think you could always work harder. So if you're ultra, like, lazy and sit around, obviously you could work harder, but even when you work yourself to the bone and you burn out, there's still more you can always do. But this type of stuff right here, it's this small stuff that I procrastinate on like this, because, you know, how often do I got to deal with this four-wheeler? I'll get it working this time. I'll plow the driveway. I'll put everything away. But in between now and the next time, I won't get this damn thing ready, you know? So I don't have to worry about it. A new battery is probably all it needs. Here's another thing I forgot to mention. So this thing has a plow on it, this four-wheeler. It's a Polaris 700. It's got all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. It has a small plow on it, like a five-foot plow roughly. It's just a little wider than the tires on this thing. Well, the plow can be hooked to a front end winch, so you can use a little thumb switch, kind of an up and a down, to lift and lower the plow. So the winch in this thing, like, killed the battery, like, constantly drained the battery down to nothing, and I didn't know until last year that the battery just won't keep a charge. I've kept it on a trickle charger. It just won't keep a charge. I should have gotten a battery last year, but the winch on this is broken too. So I literally took a clicky cinch strap, like, that you can click and it locks in, gets tighter and tighter. Genius, I know. It gets around it. But that was my fix. It wasn't a permanent fix. It was this just stupid fix. But anyway, I got this four-wheeler hooked up to my truck for 10 minutes now. Soon as I pull the jumper cables off, this thing dies. So I don't know how long I'm going to have to let it sit like this. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. But yeah, anyway.